Hi everybody, welcome to Petra's Happy Place. I hope everybody's doing well today. I am got a new setup here and I got some new glasses and they don't have the anti-reflective, and so they are I don't know if you're going to be able to see my eyes, but anyway, I don't have my bright lights on. My bright lights, bright light. I just have the window and it's covered. So this is a lot of light. Anyway, thank you for joining me today. I have a lot to talk about today. I've got my happy fall or hello fall with the little truck. It is definitely fall weather today. Oh, everything nice. Everything nice. Yep. Well, I wanted to, okay, where am I going to put my coffee? Right there. I kind of wanted to tell you what's been going on. It's been a couple weeks since I've had a chance to film. And yesterday I had an amazing day, and I wanted to tell you all about it. So let me see, what have I been up to? Let me just tell you what I've been up to lately. As far as crochet goes, I made this pocket shawl. I used this ice yarn. It is Rainbow Light, Light 3 rainbow yarn. And you can see the colors there. So pretty. And there it is completed. I did it like this. I just did rounds, not, excuse me, rows. And then I added a couple pockets. And I love it. I'm not going to keep it. I'm going to be gifting this, but it's got pockets on both sides, and I really like it. I love working with the yarn. I have enough here to make a I have this much left. So I'm trying to decide if I want to make a hat to go with it. I just might, maybe. Before I gift it. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I started a project. It's funny how we go back to our roots. If um, let me start over again. I started watching YouTube probably about 8, maybe 9 years ago. And it was shortly after I got married, or shortly before, maybe even. But I did my very first really full force into watching tutorials, watching YouTube, and getting involved. I did a mystery crochet along with Mikey from the Crochet Crowd. And that was a long time ago. I don't even know if I still have that blanket or not. I thought I had kept it. Maybe I did. I can't remember. So now I'm finding myself again going back to Mikey. Now, I've watched like on and off for a long time his channel. Every once in a while he'll have something that I just think is fun to watch, and but I've gone to other channels and other tutorials, and I've like broadened everything. But I started off with Mikey, and I was just flipping through, and there was it's called a poncho, an Aran poncho that Yarnspirations put out the pattern for. And I'm going to take my glasses off. I can't really make everything out, but at least you're not getting a glare. Now he wanted to do this one pattern. He was approached by Yarnspirations to put out or to do a tutorial for it, and I loved it. It was so me. It was so me. And you can find it's a free pattern on Yarn Inspirations. It's called the Aran Poncho, I think is what the name of it is. And it's just lovely. Well, I started work on it. And I want to show you how far along I've come, because I'm, a little bit less than halfway done. Now, I have a whole bunch of this, I had about 5 skeins of this Heartland in this colorway, Kobuk Valley. And it's I don't know, it's not as pink as what it's showing on camera, but on my screen. But yeah, it's a really pretty purple, and like a plummy purple, I guess. And I had 5 of them, and I was able to find more of it in Michael's, so I went ahead and picked up enough so I could make this. So here it is so far. There you go. And this is the outside of one side here. Like, it would go like this. So it'd come down to about, my, about where my sleeve is here. It would come there. And so it has this, it's very textured. It has this textured stitch. It's front post, back post, and then the opposite way, it's the opposite. So, and then it has an arrow stitch, then it has bobble stitches, and then another arrow stitch, and then some more of this texture, the front row, front post, back post. And now it's going to be coming, because it has kind of like a V here. So it's coming, and we're going to be I'm going to be doing this part right here. So yeah, but what I need to do is not finish off, I can't remember how, anyway, but because you're going to be doing more across the back, you see, you're going to be doing more, I'm going to be doing some more stitches on the back side is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, so I'm almost, so this is exactly what it's going to be like on the other side, only reversed, right? Like that. Anyway, I'm working on that, and that's my project that I do. Now I followed the tutorial for the first, for the first 18 rows, and then I watched the second, the beginning of the second one, where he talked about the arrow stitches, how to do those, and the bobble stitches. But I didn't watch that all the way through. I got the pattern, and I just decided I'm going to figure this out on my own. And I did. And I am. I just needed like a little jump start. Hi, there you are. So anyway, I just needed a little bit of a jump start. And so that really helped me. But isn't that neat, the way, you go back to your roots sometimes to rekindle a love of what you're doing. And he helped me. He helped rekindle this joy of doing something different, a little bit different. And I know he's done that forever, but at the same time, it's like I had gone over and over and over. Anyway, I had progressed, but then I'm going to come back to like regain some confidence maybe in doing things, and then I can go on some more. What else have I been working on? I don't think I've actually had any more crochet projects that I'm actually working on at the moment. I'm doing, I finished a diamond painting, and I'm working on another large one, and I'm just, it's a beautiful scene of fall, and I am just enjoying the process of doing that. But, with diamond painting, I have to focus on what I'm doing, and I'm glad. Did you guys, oh, let me show you. I got new glasses. What do you think? Okay, so they're different. They're all clear around it, and then they have this like a marble type look on the side that really picks up the gray in my hair. But anyway, I love them. I love my glasses. Now, I'm, obviously realize that not having that anti-reflective coating on it um, is going to cause issues, but oh well. I'm hoping to get some, there's a new contact lens that's supposed to be coming out probably after the first of the year that I'm hoping to get. Yeah, because I have troubles with contact lenses. Anyway, so but I'll have to probably wear those when I film so that I don't, that I can still see without having that glare. Okay, so what else have I been up to? So yesterday was the Southern Indiana Fiber Arts Festival, something like that. And it was just basically right across the river. But I met with Mama Kay. Oh, I'm so glad to see her again. I was, we've met, this is our second time meeting in person, and it was just like old friends, haven't seen each other in a while. But get this, guys, when she and I had just gotten there, we were standing there like in the parking, not even in the parking lot, like right before we were going in, and we were trying to decide what we're going to do. Another lady come up to me and said, "Petra." And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "It's Julie Nicholson. She lives not right up the street, but she lives about 20-25 miles away from me. And we met in Indiana for the very first time. How fun is that? She's one of my subscribers. Oh my goodness. It was so good to see her, to meet her in person. I think one of the things that I worry about, no, I don't worry about it, but I just hope that when people meet me in person, that I'm the same person there that I am on here, on in front of a camera. I don't want people to say, "Man, she's a whole lot more stuck up than she than she seems to be. Really nice on camera. Everybody wants to meet her, but then when you really meet her, it's like, oh man." Well, I hope that her experience was as exciting as mine. Anyway, so the three of us, we just decided to, let's go tackle this thing. Now, I will say, having been to, I can't remember the name of it, the one that was in Kentucky, in Lexington, several months ago, this one was very, very small compared to that. It was just a very, this was, yeah, much, much smaller. But I had so much fun, and I think probably it's because I was with friends, right? I mean, come on. Well, the three of us started together, and we started going around, and not even all of the booths sold yarn. A lot of them, I would say a good third of them just had fiber. They didn't have yarn. They had fiber that you could use to spin, or you could felt it, things like of that nature. And so it was really, I just had a lot of fun. But it was funny because we got to the first place that sold yarn, and it I don't know what happened, but it ended up where Julie found exactly what she was looking for at that particular place. She says, "Well, I'm ready to go home." So I didn't get a chance to spend a whole lot of time with Julie, but yeah, it was just fun getting, talking and saying, okay, well, what do you like? What do you like? What's in your what's in your bag? What'd you get? What are you gonna make? And so it was just a lot of fun. We had such an amazing time. Um, I will say Tina and I, Mama Kay, um, we we did spend a whole lot more time together. We went through the rest of the place, and then we stopped for a break. We went out and we had not out, but we went outside, and she had so graciously brought some lunch, and we sat under a nice cool I say cool, but it was like we both were freezing underneath underneath the tree. It was perfect weather, guys. I mean, you talk about, it could not have been a more perfect fall day. Eh, yeah, it was just amazing. I don't think it got above 65 degrees. And when we were walking around in the sun, it was like perfect. In fact, we had to take off our jackets. And then, but when we got to the tree and we were sitting under the shade, and it was just like, oh boy, like it was cold. And we were eating our lunch, and then we spent some time crocheting and just talking, and we just had a good old time. And we got to know each other a little better, and it was just lovely. Then we decided to go back in again and see, what else there was to see. Even though we'd seen everything, we thought, okay, well, maybe we could get some more. So we did. Surprise. But I will say that I feel good about what I got, because, and one of the biggest reasons why I feel like I did good was because I am downsizing. I mean, that sounds silly. I know that sounds really crazy. Like, Petra, you are out of your mind. You are getting rid of yarn and you are buying yarn. I mean, what sense does that make? But hear me out. Hear me out. I am wanting to get rid of a lot of yarn, yes, because I know it's something that I had bought thinking I'm going to use it for a certain thing. I'm not going to be using it. I don't want to use those, whatever the colors might be, whatever it was. I don't want it to sit on my shelf um anymore. So I am starting to get rid of stuff. And Tina just happened to want a lot of that I had wanting to get rid of. So guess what? She paid me for some of it. That gave me some more money to go back and buy some more yarn. Oh, for goodness sakes. So let me share with you some of the things. I have to keep sipping my coffee. This is the first cup of the day. I waited a little bit longer to start it. That's okay. So I have been wanting to do some of Shandy from Expression Fiber Arts. She had a pattern release last week, and it was the Chiatolo. I think that's the name of it. And it's just a is that the name? Oh, for heaven's sakes, I can't remember now. Here it is. It is K-Tree. Okay, so let me show you the pattern. And of course it's black and white, but it's basically just a cardigan with pockets. Okay. And I saw that and I went, I have to make that. I'm so into cardigans right now. I want to make them. Well, I was going through all the stash I had on my shelf, and I had been putting them in bins. Okay. Basically reorganizing again, but this time I'm trying to just keep what I need in my bins, and see about using this for something else. I'm not sure. So what I've done was I had one bin for 4-weight yarn, one bin for 3-weight yarn, and then one for 1 weight yarn. Well, this one, what I did is I went through and I wrote on the front of each of these patterns that I had that I wanted, was thinking about doing, what weight yarn I needed and how many yards I needed. Well, it just so happened that as I was going through all that yarn, I'm like, I have to buy yarn to make this thing. Well, I found this yarn that I have had in my stash for years. Again, the light is it's too, I don't know how to fix it, but this is a beautiful, beautiful royal purple with sparklies in it. And I just love it. And this is a knit crate yarn, and I have 8, I believe. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 8 skeins of this. Now this is considered a fingering weight yarn, I believe. Let me just, I believe it's fingering. I want to get this up. No, actually it is sport weight. Perfect. Okay, so it's a sport weight yarn, and that's what this pattern calls for. So 8, and oh, I forgot to look at how many yards it is. I gotta put my glasses on. Hold on. There's 300 yards, so 3 times 8 is 24, and this calls for 26.75. So, but I'm not going to let that dissuade me. I'm not going to let it dissuade me. I'm going to go ahead and do it. I might have to do the smaller. That was for extra large, and I might just have to do a large instead. I might have enough for the large. Let's see here. Yeah, $25.50 for the large. So, and like Mama Kay said, she said, if nothing else, don't make the sleeves quite as long, or, maybe just have 1 pocket instead of 2. There's different ways I can save yarn, because I can't get that yarn anymore. But I might be able to find another sport weight yarn in a different color, that maybe like a sparkly gray or something like that, a dark gray or light gray even, and do the trim work on it. So yeah, I mean, there's all different things I could do, but I have the yarn for that. And Mama Kay and I were talking about different like, we looked at all of our patterns first. That was the mistake I made before I went to the one in Kentucky. I didn't bother to look at my patterns to see what I wanted, what I needed, what I wanted to make. I just went in going, and it was a little overwhelming. And I bought stuff that now I'm looking like, okay, I don't have enough to do anything with this. So, okay. So anyway, let me show you what else I got. So when I went to Kentucky, well, the Kentucky one, I picked up from, the name of the shop was Indigo, Guinea Fibers. And I had picked up these 3 colors, okay? And this was, of all the yarn that I picked up, this was probably my favorite yarn. And I just love what she does. She's a young girl, probably in her, I say young, she's probably in her 30s, and her, her whole family line is in everything, but she's got a truck that she takes everywhere. But anyway, she knows these are her babies, So I got onto her website, or she's got an Etsy shop, and if I remember, I'll try to you know what? I'm going to do that right now. Let me write it down. Her Etsy shop, because I've got to actually go on there myself. She said, well, you need to, let me know about something. So I will. Okay, so hold on. Indigo, Guinea Fiber. Okay. So anyway, I had bought these 3, and I thought, oh, this would make a pretty something or other, but there's only 1,200 yards here. So I'm thinking that's not enough to make anything specific. Nothing that Shandy puts out. Well, I had made this. And again, yeah, you can kind of see. I had made this shrug, okay, that she had, clacka. It's the clacka. And I made this in warm wool tones. It has blues and dark greens and like a camel, not camel, yeah, a camel color. So, and I love it. I wear this all the time, but I made a mistake when I made it. I made it too long. I was overcompensating, thinking that it wasn't going to be long enough or, wide enough. And so I added about this much in a section. Well, that much actually, even though I had the yarn, I had the yarn, but that much threw the entire garment off, and I had to, after the fact, I had to sew up the sleeves here some more, and it still doesn't fit quite right. So I thought, I'm going to use this to make a bright spring one. Now that's in the future, obviously. I'm not going to make it right now, but I wanted to make, but I'm going to need more yarn than this. So now that one used, let me see what kind of yarn it uses. That used DK weight, but this is fingering weight. But since I'm not going to make it, it's not going to be like one to like keep me completely warm. I'm probably just going to use a larger hook than what is recommended for a fingering weight to make this. But I still needed more yarn. Okay, that's the point. I still needed more yarn. So I got to her booth, which she had her truck there again yesterday, and I was able to pick up, ta-da, more of this blue and more of this mauve. So I've got that, right? And she did not have any of this. Okay, so when I was looking on her Etsy store, she did not have this either. So she said, don't worry about it. Just email me, take a picture of this, send it to me in the mail, or send it to me on in my Etsy shop, and I will make more for you. How cool is that? When does that happen, y'all? How often does that happen? So I'm going to have some more of this made. Now, I think her prices went up just slightly, but that's okay. I mean, to support an indie yarn person, I just, and this yarn is beyond soft. So this one right here, let me tell you what it's made of. It's 80 superwash and 20% silk. But look at how beautiful those colors are, even though I don't care for this, but when it's mixed in with all the rest of it, it is just so beautiful. And so I would have, if I had this with me, basically, which I didn't bother to take, but if I had this with me, I probably would have picked up a different color here. Maybe one of the lilac colors that are in here, but that's okay. So let me tell you what this one's made of. This one is 75 superwash and 25 nylon. Okay, that's the blue. And then this one is, okay, then this one here, this is softer too. See, this is the least soft, but it's still soft. Then this one, oh, it's just so squishy. You can feel it. See? Can you feel it with me? Squish, squish. Okay, and then this one's squishy too. See, you can see how puffy it is. Look how light it is. And this is a fingering weight. So anyway, this is 80% superwash, 10 cashmere, and 10 nylon. But so I am super stoked. I'm going to order, depending on, I have to go back and look at the pattern again to see. I might have 2 more of these made. And because the pattern calls for 7 different colors, what I might do if I have, because this is obviously 4 and then 5, if I have 2 more of these made, then I would have, you know, like I could just substitute 4 of the colors for extra of these. Yeah. So there we go. Isn't that neat? You know, it's just one of these beautiful things that when you find a, and I know some of you already know this, that when you find an indie dyer that you love and you want to support them, it's like you form a relationship with them, and they know your style, they know your what you like, what colors you like. And get this, there's even more about this one, about Indigo Guinea, which I am like real excited about. So Tina Kay and I were, it's Mama Kay. Mama Kay and I were like, we're walking, and we were going there last again. This is like the 2nd or 3rd time we were actually in there, because like I said, we loved that yarn. The yarn is okay. So we come out of the truck, and she's got some things set up on the outside at the back of the truck where, you know, she has some kits, and they have this one kit, and oh doggone if I don't remember the name of it, but it basically were 5 different hanks of yarn. They're a little bit smaller than this, but they had 5 hanks, and then there was a knit pattern inside of it, and it made this beautiful color work cowl, and it was just amazing. It was so gorgeous. And I, you know, mentioned to her, I said, boy, I wish, you know, you had these kits for crochet pattern, you know, with crochet patterns included. And she said, yeah, that's something that I know I need to work on, because many of my, you know, patrons, they want crochet patterns because they don't knit. So I said, guess what? And I wish I knew her first name. I don't know why I'm thinking Rachel. I'm sure it's not, but I don't know. Anyway, she said, what are you thinking? And then Mama Kay and I were like looking at each other, and she says, I've always wanted to test patterns. And I said, and I've always wanted to write patterns. And we just got this light bulb moment, like ding, 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 ding. And so she says, I told her, I said, I have an idea. And she said, tell me. I said, I'll write the patterns. She'll test them, and we'll send it on to you. She goes, that is an amazing idea. I love it. I look forward to it. So wouldn't that be great? Oh, I'm so excited about that opportunity. So yeah, so now that I'm looking at this yarn, I thought I was going to be making something, but maybe I'll make something else so that I can write the pattern for it. And wouldn't that be amazing? I think that would be amazing. Just add it to the list of the things I want to do. Okay, so there is so much more to talk about, guys. I might have to make this 2 different videos because we're already at half an hour. So, okay. So I wanted to show you here. Hold on just a minute. I got some yarn here that, so I had bought the last time I was in there, when I went to the Kentucky Fiber Festival, I picked up 4 hanks from the company Allegheny Fiber Arts. Okay, if you want to screenshot that, I don't know, but I'll try to put the link in there for this one too. But I bought. She had a beautiful wrap slash scarf displayed on her mannequin, and it was knit, of course, but it had these colors in it. Okay, and I'm thinking, I want to make something with this because I just didn't have enough. So I had 2 of the navy, 1 of this multi, and I love this multi. I love it. And then this color, which is a mustardy, yeah, it's like a spicy mustard color. Okay. So I had those. And what I did is I caked these up. Let me tell you why I caked these up. Because I didn't want to take the entire skein or hank, excuse me, of yarn to go try to find a match for it. So I caked them up and pulled off about a yard of each of them and stuck them in my purse to try to match them. So I want to make a sweater with these. Now, Shandy has Expression Fiber Arts. She has a pattern for another sweater, and I don't have the name of the sweater. That one probably is the Ciatolo or something like that. And it's like striped, and it's V-neck, and it has buttons in the front. And I'm thinking this would be the perfect thing for that. So I took the yarn, took the pieces of yarn thinking I'm going to find matches. Well, I thought I found a match in, which one was it? I think it was, see, now I'm all messed up in my head. Hold on a minute. Maybe it was this. I can't remember. It was one of these 2 colors. I can't remember. And it seemed to match perfectly this little piece that I have. But then when I brought it home, neither one of those really works. But I don't feel like I'm out. Okay, don't worry about it, because I'm going to get on the website and see if I can't. Now, they don't have this one anymore, which is fine by me, because that's not my favorite color. Because look at that. That just looks awful on me. But these colors are amazing. So anyway, so I thought what I would do is I would find, she even has them. She has them on her website, so I can order more. I'm going to order another one of these, and then possibly another one of the blue. So, yeah, because this is a nice dark midnight navy blue, and I love that color. It is just beautiful. And paired with the rest of it, it just looks amazing. So I'm thinking that particular sweater will look really good on me with those colors. So that is another project that I'm going to do at some point. So I like I said, I had planned to do that, to get that yarn, but I didn't. Now, oh, sorry, hold on just a minute. because there's a bunch of other yarn, a bunch. Now, there was a company, and it was called, I'm sorry, got to put my glasses on again. I'm sorry, guys. If I feel like I'm all over the place, it's probably because I am. Oh, okay. So this company was called Brilliant Creative. Yeah, Brilliant Creative. And they had some yarn there that I think they probably specialized in more like a fiber, you know, because they had a lot of fiber. But these were so inexpensive that I could not pass them up. Even though they weren't the best color for me, I feel like I can make them work. In fact, aha, okay, I got it now. Okay, so each one of these hanks, oh, let me tell you about it first, okay? They're 75% Southwest Corriedale wool, 25 nylon. I guess the name of the excuse me, Ashland Bay Yarn Hill, maybe. Okay, so machine wash gentle. Anyway, this is fingering weight, 434 yards of fingering weight yarn. And those are the colors. And let me tell you something, guys. Each one of these hanks was $15. That is just nuts. So I picked up 3. That's 1,200, almost 1,300 yards. But then, like Mama Kay and I were talking about, this is probably not the best colorway on me. You know, this is kind of like too light. So what I did is I picked up, you see that blue right there? That's that blue. Yay. And that's enough probably to make at least a short sleeve. Maybe, you know, depending on what kind of stitch I use. But then this color will be next to my face, and then the rest of it will be this light color. I think that would work beautifully. And if I just did a small, you know, depending on, like, if I'm thinking about a top-down sweater. But if I did it with this just a little bit, and then I'd save enough to put the hem, you know, like the hem and the sleeve cuffs, whatever, if it's long sleeve or short sleeve, just a little bit on the cuff to kind of like bring it all together. I think that would look amazing. So this is one company, but this is what I want to talk about next. Okay. So when I was there, at the Fiber Festival in Kentucky, I found these 2 skeins of yarn, or hanks of yarn. And let me just say that the gal's name is Stephanie. She's the one that owns it, this company, and it's called Deep Dyed Yarns. And some of you might have remember that I picked this up when I was at that festival. Deep Dyed Yarns, and this colorway is called Good Juju. Well, it's the line. I'm sorry, the line is called Good Juju, and it is then the colorway Sea Dragon. Okay, so it's 75 superwash and 25 nylon, and each one of these is 435 yards. So, and again, it is so super soft. But I got to thinking, that's probably not enough to make anything other than like a little shawl, you know, and it's such a beautiful yarn. I want to make something more with this. And so um, while I didn't even realize that she was going to have a booth there. And hers was probably the largest booth there in the one in Indiana. So I'm going to put these aside because this is what I got last time, okay? So when I was there, I saw that she had, oops, this is crazy. This, you're going to go, you're crazy, girl. You're crazy, girl. Okay. So, went there, bada bing, bada boom. She actually had 2 more of these. I said, no, I don't think I will need to get 2 more, So, I just walked around. I did buy some things from her, but I'll show you later. And then I went back and she only had 1 left. I said, you already sold the one. And she goes, and that's all I've got. So I said, well, I can't let that one go. So I picked it up. So now I got 3 sea dragon. Yay. Now, the thing is that it does have a green in it that it is more on the yellow side. You can definitely see, especially right in here, there's a lot of yellow. Okay. However, I don't think that that's going to make a difference if I'm having like either that purple or the teal color next to my face. So what I did is I picked this up and then I went, that would go really well with this. And she goes, yes, it would. And it just happened to be in the same line of that Good Juju. And this one's called Twilight Time. Okay. Then this I had this, and I looked at this, and this one goes with it. So now I've got all of those. See, 2 that I bought previous, and then these. How crazy is that? Okay, so at her store, I picked up this and this, and then this, and then this. And I went, oh my, that's a lot. Because each one of these runs about 30, 32, somewhere around there dollars. And each one is the same. This one is a different line. This one is called Still, and this is just Superwash Merino. Oh. Anyway, it's just Superwash Merino. And this is actually this is not fingering. This is actually, I think this is a DK. And I think that's the reason why I picked it up to go with this, because this is, even though it says fingering weight, we looked at the size of the yarn, the weight, and it looked very close to that. Anyway, so I picked up these, and then we're about ready to leave, and I saw this. Oh my word. Is that not? Now it's showing up lighter again on the screen than it is in person. This is a dark gray with lurex, not lurex. Is it lurex? Yeah, it is 8% lurex in there. Oh my goodness, but does it ever look beautiful? Okay, this is like the color. This is like dark gray right here. And I went, oh, I've got to have that. And of course, people are looking at me like, you really need more yarn. But Mama Kay would not be deterred. You need that. Then right next to it, bam! Oh my word, it's a wine color. Well, again, this is the color right here. A wine color. And she goes, that would make an amazing something. And I went, wouldn't it ever? So I had to get these. So now I've got all of this. And she's like, you're going to love that yarn. And I said, yes, I am. Then she said, she turned around to me. Now, this is Stephanie. She's the owner. And she says, go get yourself a mini. A what? She said, get yourself a mini on me. So I picked up a mini. Guys, that is so cute. I don't even want to unwind it. It is just so perfect the way it is. Look, I mean, it's just like a little ball of fun. Ah, a little ball of fun. I could make a little flower out of it. Just like this. I don't want to do anything with it. It's just so stinking cute. How can people who use minis even do anything with them? They're too cute. They're too cute to use. It's adorable. It's adorable. But I mean, she was selling these for $15, and you know, yeah. So yeah, and the last thing, I only have 2 minutes left. I got to show you this too. Back at Indigo, Guinea, they had this set. It's a sock set, and this is what got us to talking about patterns. And she said, because this could be used for anything you would use a skein of yarn for or hank of yarn for, you could make with that. And I'm going to make myself a pretty little cowl or something with those colors. And I brought it home, and Mr. Happy said, I love that color. And it's more of a fuchsia color, and it's just gorgeous. Isn't that just beautiful? So I had to pick that one up too. So that was my big day yesterday. I have so much more to tell you guys, but I think I'm going to have to wait and do that another time. So for now, thanks for joining me. Thanks for hanging out with me for a few minutes to talk about everything that went on yesterday. And I know it's been a long one, and I appreciate you hanging out with me. Okay? You guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.